Hey, you all. Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the bunker, which is the name that I call the basement of my house. This house, I moved in this house about, I think it was about 6 years ago. And a lot was different back then. I was doing videos, was making videos at the time, but not doing them full time. I was still at my my day job, my old day job as a social worker. And when me and you know, my wife at the time, Christy, moved into this house, I said, hey, this little closet back here, little closet here in this basement room, I'm gonna set that up so I can film in there, so I can make videos. It is literally just a closet back there. And I did film videos back in there. I always kind of the primary videos that have been on this channel are travel videos where I'm out in the wild, traveling across the country, but occasionally I would do a video at home. Not so much in the last couple of years, but I tried. I've experimented with different types of videos, and if I wanted to film something just at home, I would film it right there in that closet. I'd put souvenirs, things that I got along my adventures in there, and eventually kind of spilled out of this room. You can see it took up this whole little room here. I think this at one point was a garage. I think this was like a garage that like turned into a basement, if that makes sense. I think this wall over here used to be where cars would drive in here. I could be wrong, but back there is the unfinished basement portion of the house. But this little finished room that we had here, wasn't much you could do with it. Couldn't really even fit a TV down here, so it was kind of an odd room that really couldn't be used for much else. So I spread out my stuff, and this kind of became the bunker. Again, it would be where I did live streams, where I filmed things from home, the rare occasion that I actually film from home. But you know, as I've discussed, things have changed a lot, in the last few years. Me and my wife, ex-wife, went through a divorce. And she has moved out. It was kind of a, you know, I'll tell you what, divorce, and, you know, our divorce is not what I would have considered a contentious divorce, but, man, divorce is not easy. Divorce is a challenge. It is a challenge, you know, mentally, emotionally, financially. My life has been, upended for quite some time. I quit living here full-time in December of 2021, and been pretty much made myself nomadic. Fortunately, you know, I'm lucky in the sense that that I have a job where I can travel, where so I just said, I'm gonna work, I'm gonna travel, I'm gonna film videos, and that's what I've done. That's what I've done since then. But now this house is mine. You know, as our agreement for the divorce, I purchased Christy's part of this house. This was a few months ago. Made this purchase. We made the decision that she would stay here until our daughter Annabelle went off to college. And well, Annabelle's off to college, and Christy has taken her stuff, and it is gone. It is gone. And you know, down here in the bunker, this is kind of where I expressed myself. Let's just say, you know, me and Christy had you know, different sense of decorating. You know, why I liked, you know, wax figures and taxidermy and skeletons. She, not so much. She was more of what you'd call, a traditionalist, someone who liked to live, laugh, and love, if you will. So our styles clashed. Not the reason we got divorced, by the way. I don't want to cause any confusion there. But for the most part, I kept my stuff locked away in the bowels of the bunker. And she was pretty much had the rest of the house to make presentable for herself, to make presentable to people that visited. And now primarily most of her stuff is gone. So looking around the bunker right now, it's a mess in here. It's a mess. I can show you what a mess. It's just right in front of me. There's just things that I have acquired over the past couple years that haven't found a place yet. I just opened these. I got a bunch of bobbleheads. I got the Hodag bobblehead there. This is the classic Hodag, and then the mascot Hodag. I saw these on their website. I had to have both. I've got the Cocaine Bear bobblehead as well. So I've been kind of buying on a bobblehead spree. There's Mold-A-Ramas all over. I ran out of space to put new Mold-A-Ramas, and I'm trying to figure it out. This, my friend Ian in the Chicagoland area sent me this from the Museum of Science and Industry. He's always been super helpful in helping me get the molds in Chicago, the temporary molds, and I've been wanting a Paul Bunyan for some time now, so I finally got one. This, of course, was given to me by Phillips Puppets. If you watch that video, this ventriloquist-faced pumpkin here, and yeah, I'll just show you. It's stuff's piled up everywhere here. Got bags of garbage. Here's a box of Mold-A-Ramas that I don't know where to put. There's a box of creepy mannequin heads for some reason. Yeah, this stuff piled up everywhere. Kind of unpresentable right now. Stuff just piled up because I've been accumulating things. I knew once that when Christy moved out, I did want to kind of make the house feel like mine, because you know it always kind of felt like her house upstairs. You know, this was, like I said, my little dungeon down here full of all my fun things. But I mean, I was excited to get, you know, to make the house my own, and not just my own, but Jen's as well. Jen's gonna be moving down here, and you know, she has a lot of stuff too. She collects toys and pop culture things, so plenty of room for both of us to express ourselves throughout the entire house. So I've been purchasing some things. You see that things hang on the wall, just different things. They're strewn about. I'm not sure what's gonna happen to the bunker. I've got some ideas. Maybe want to do something a little different with the bunker, and you know, maybe some of the stuff's going upstairs. Maybe Joe Dirt's going to be in the living room. Maybe this skeleton is going to be in the kitchen. Who knows? It's all undecided right now. And I'll, you know what, guys? I'll be completely honest with you. It's just me being honest with you guys. I'm overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed because I don't know. I'm starting from zero here. Well, not starting from zero. Jen's got furniture, so Jen's gonna move her furniture here. But yeah, I got a lot of stuff. I want to really make this home my own, and make this home Jen's home as well. And wow, it's got a long way to go. It just kind of hit me like, these things don't happen overnight. These things don't happen overnight. I was like walking around the house when I got here, and I was just like, uh-oh, making notes, need this, need to fix that. Between the time that I purchased this house and the time that is now, I have already had to pay over $20,000 in repairs to the house that I'll probably be paying off for the rest of my life. Just that little bit right there. I had all the plumbing replaced in the house. Turns out, needed new plumbing. Didn't know that. Didn't know that when I signed everything on the dotted line. For some reason, when once I took ownership of the house, things just started exploding. Things started exploding, so I had to get some people in here to fix some things. So not even moved in yet, and I'm already down another $20,000. I know I don't have $20,000 in my pocket to just hand out, so I had to, like, you know, get loans and things that I'm going to be paying on. So this is boring talk. I don't want to talk about like home repair because that's something I'm not really interested in. I'm not much of a fix-it-up person. So yeah, that's overwhelming too. Just getting everything. Making a list as I walk through the house. This needs to be fixed. This needs to be painted. This is falling apart. So Jen's gonna help me with that over the next couple of months, because I'll be honest with you, I'm getting very overwhelmed because this is my busy season. This is the busiest season of the year for me as far as filming videos and traveling. The next I was gonna say the next 6 weeks for haunt season is gonna be busy, and it will, but it'll probably spill over into another solid 2 months of filming, because I got a bunch of plans at the beginning of November. Then I'm planning on getting Jen moved in here after this, and hopefully this isn't too boring for you guys. I just decided, I got here to the house and decided that I would just talk with you guys, just talk with you about what's going on in my life, and that's the big looming cloud. I'm somehow trying to balance being a traveler and having a home at the same time, and it's a difficult balance. I'm excited. I am excited because there's a lot to be excited about. You know, really having a place that I can express myself and call truly my own home, that's very exciting. Being able to have Jen closer, and that's very exciting, because it's been difficult where she lives in Rochester, New York. It's a fine place, but it's out of the way. It's out of the way. When I'm trying to, you know, other places I'd go to film, it's been very difficult to get up there and see her as much as I wanted to and to spend as much time with her. But I think with her down here, living here in North Carolina with me, that it's going to be a more centralized location. That it will be you know, somewhere where I can make it back home, make it to see her more often. In fact, I was you know, I had a bedroom here during this whole process. I probably slept in that bed maybe a total of 2 weeks over the past 3 years, but at least it was a place where I could crash for the night while I was bouncing around the country. And so yeah, this is easier because where I am in the North Carolina mountains here. It may seem remote because I'm surrounded by mountains, but it's actually, you know, it's actually not too bad for how I drive. You know, in 9 hours, I could be at Disney World. I can be in Central Florida. In 9 hours, I can be in Washington, D.C. So give me 2 days, and I can pretty much be anywhere I want on the East Coast. A little further from the West Coast. I love the West Coast, and I always want to be. That's always one thing I hate, is that I can't be out on the West Coast more. But yeah, so a lot of jitters, a lot of thoughts. No regrets at all. It's just it's a challenge. That's what it is. There's a challenge in front of me, and I don't think there's anything wrong with saying that some challenges can be a little bit scary. And getting moved in here is scary but exciting. And yeah, I was walking through the house, and I'm like, yeah, this belongs to me now. I'm responsible for this. You know, of course, Jen's gonna help me. Jen's been a huge blessing, and she's been helping me quite a bit this past year with, you know, certain things. She helps get the postcards sent out. She helps run my Etsy shop, and you know, she helps let me rest when I get back. You know, sometimes when I get off the road, I'm exhausted for a day or two, and you know, she lets me rest, and and then you know, get a chance to do some things together once I've recovered from my slumber. And yeah, and I know some people really hate when I say I'm exhausted, but I mean, I'm just being honest. I get exhausted. I think everyone gets exhausted at work, and just because something is enjoyable and it's something you're passionate about, it still doesn't mean that it's not hard. I love what I do, and I wouldn't trade what I do for anything. It's one of the most important things in the world to me. But yeah, when you drive, you know, 8 hours a day, film 6 hours, and sleep with whatever time's left, that's that's an intense day, especially when you do that same day over and over and over again, and don't give yourself any downtime. And I recognize people, you know, people wonder, why don't you take a day off? That's a good question, as I'm not good at giving myself permission to take a day off, because you know, I love what I do, I'm passionate about what I do, and I try to put everything I can into what I do. But you know what? I'm gonna show you guys something that I've never shown on this channel before. And again, excuse the mess. Everything's askew in here, and I've not got things set up how I want, or not decided yet how I want to set things up. But what I did want to show you guys is the door. See, the bunker. There's a whole house connected to this bunker. I've got up here on the staircase, and got my my Disney posters. This is a poster of the Land of Oz in Beach Mountain, North Carolina. It's my favorite. Some of my favorite Disney attractions: the Haunted Mansion, the Tiki Room, Sunshine Terrace with the Orange Bird, the Jungle Cruise, and that takes us up into the house. And here we are in the big empty house. Some stuff's left behind. I got a lot of cleaning to do in here, but yeah, Anna still comes when she wants. When she wants to come home from college, she's got some of her stuff here. But this is my palette. This is what I can make mine, and wow, it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming. I don't know. Maybe we should put a chair right here. Maybe a table. I don't know. Do people still have TVs? We'll see what we can put in this house. See the cat tree back here. The cats aren't here right now. Scarlett and Jen's cat Cammy are up with Jen. All the other cats are at Christy's house. Once I get set up completely and get everything in, I'm gonna take some of those cats and bring them back here to live. But yeah, this is gonna be a process, and you know what? This is let's just get started. Let's get started. Let's do something. Let's do something that makes this house feel like it's mine. Let's let the bunker expand through the whole house like a disease coming from the basement, crawling up the stairs, crawling down the hallway and into this room. Let's get moved in. get started. Get these skeleton feet in the right places. There we go. This is getting pretty tall. 12 feet, maybe a little taller than I thought it was. All right, I think I need a chair to get up there, but looks like possibly I do not own a chair. I don't own a chair. Okay, I think we've reached an irreconcilable problem here. I've got his body built. It does not appear there's any room left for his head. In my brain, this was a good idea, but I guess that just tells you something about my brain. I guess we should quit while we're ahead. Oh, there we go. So that skeleton attempt was a complete and utter failure. So let's try something else. Here I am sitting in my movie cinema seats. These were genuinely in a movie theater. They're in Ruby Cinema in Franklin, North Carolina. They were giving them away for free because they were getting new seats at the movie theater. I grabbed them and took them home. They haven't been washed since they were at the movie theater, so they still have that real movie theater feel to them. Do you remember? I don't think they have this like type of movie theater seat anymore. It's like if you like sit too far back, it like closes you up in a sandwich. So let's discuss movies. This YouTube channel is now all about movies. I declare. Just kidding. But I did ask you guys about movies. I think Halloween time, haunt season, is a time that a lot of us watch movies. And I've actually had a chance. I took a few days off in Rochester. Me and Jen watched some movies. I discussed Ghoulies. We watched Ghoulies, and Jen loved Ghoulies. I liked Ghoulies 2. I like Ghoulies 1. Ghoulies 2 was my favorite. Ghoulies 3 was ridiculous. It was Ghoulies go to college. The Ghoulies start talking and become like frat boys. And it's really, I don't know, doesn't fit with the flow of the Ghoulies movies. But we actually watched Ghoulies 4. And the big twist, I mean, spoiler alert, for a movie that came out in the early 90s. The problem with Ghoulies 4, there's no ghoulies in it. They got rid of the ghoulies. See, the first movie, Ghoulies 1, was about this guy who gets into occult rituals and he summons the ghoulies. In the second movie, that guy's gone and the ghoulies are running amok at a carnival. In the third movie, the ghoulies are running amok at a college. The fourth movie, we cut back to the original guy, the occult guy. There's lots more occult stuff, but they forgot to put the ghoulies in it. So I really miss the ghoulies. Now ghoulies are, you see the gremlin here. Ghoulies, I always thought that ghoulies were kind of a knockoff of gremlins, but it turns out while ghoulies came out after the gremlins, that it was actually in production before the Gremlins. So Gremlins and Ghoulies, their own unique properties. I have my rubber gremlin here. Maybe I need to add a Ghoulie to my collection. But speaking of little puppet monsters, you know, Jen loved the Ghoulies. And I was like, Jen, you love the Ghoulies? I think I got something that you like. So I dug up Troll 2. I'm like, she's going to love this movie. Because that's the kind of movie that Jen really loves. And so she's like, wait a minute, we got to watch Troll 1 first. And I'm like, no. For all I know, there's no such thing as Troll 1. No one talks about Troll 1. All I know about Troll 1 is it has nothing to do with Troll 2. You need to watch Troll 2. And, of course, Troll 2 is a rollicking good time. Known as the best bad movie in some circles. It's entertaining. It's a bad movie, and it's definitely entertaining. Probably right up there with the best bad movies. Troll 2. Again, Ghoulies 4 had no ghouls in it. Troll 2 has no trolls in it. So a lot of misleading advertisement in movies about small, disgusting monsters. But Jen loved Troll 2, loved all the iconic and strange scenes. But she's like, you know what? We got to watch Troll 1. And I'm like, okay, we can watch Troll 1. Turns out, I didn't even know this, Troll 1, even though it has nothing to do with Troll 2, was directed by the guy who created, the special effects guy that created the Ghoulies. So we've come full circle here. And one of the actors from Ghoulies 2, the little person, was also in Troll 1. He played the troll, and he played another character that was not the troll. And Troll 1 is almost as crazy as Troll 2. I never realized this. It's about this evil troll who lives in an apartment building, and he's trying to turn the apartment building into like a fantasy land, like he came from. So he goes into each apartment, murders the occupant of the apartment, and then turns their apartment into a fantasy land. They grow things like these mythical creatures that are pretty much ghoulies show up. Troll 1 has more ghoulies in it than Ghoulies 4. Troll 1 worth checking out. The troll looks really good. I love the creature design. I love how the troll looks in Troll 1. A very strange plot. Also, the main character is a little boy named Harry Potter. So that's strange, and it predates Harry Potter by quite a bit. So we're creating all sorts of strange circles here. But so that was the movie segment that I'm going to be doing on this channel, or maybe not doing. It all depends if you guys like it or hate it. I just thought maybe once in a while I'd update you on some of the movies that I do end up watching. People criticize me for not watching enough movies. They say, like, have you ever seen any movies? So I'm out on a quest to watch movies that need to be watched, which apparently is the Ghoulies trilogy plus 4. What is it? 4, not a trilogy. A quilogy. The Ghoulies quilogy. And I guess I need to watch Troll 3, but I read somewhere there's actually 2 Troll 3s. So that's just great. But, wow, this has been... Let me just reach over here and grab you. I feel like this video has been maybe unhinged, disorganized at the best, but we've got big plans coming on this channel. Me coming here to my big empty house was just a reprieve, I got someone's gonna be watching over the house for me while I am out of town. Jen is gonna be trying to coordinate us moving into the house while I am plunging into my busiest time of the year, haunt season. And oh, I guess I should give update. Again, I don't want to make this a whole big thing on this channel, but I figured I'd give a health update as well, and that I have lost 27 pounds, so I'm very happy with that. I'd like to keep losing a little more, I think. I'm not trying to get thin. I'm not doing this for reasons of my appearance, but I do want to be healthy. I do want to live a longer life. I want to feel better. I think that's probably my biggest motivator. I want to feel better. I want to feel more healthy. I want to not feel as tired. I want to feel rejuvenated. I want to feel more comfortable in my body. So, and I'm not promoting any sort of regiment or fitness on this channel. But I was sharing, you know, what I was doing and what I'm doing. I'm trying to eliminate carbohydrates as much as I can from my diet. It's basically I'm trying to eat low carb. I think keto, using the word keto, I don't like using the word keto because it's too strict, it's too regimented. It's not really what I'm trying to do. I feel like if you have too many rules, then that's what ends up tripping you up. I think you got to look at it less like hard and fast rules and more like a series of choices. You make good choices, you can make bad choices. You try to make as many good choices as you can, and I think that's easier to keep on track than you know, a lot of people they set these hard rules for themselves and they break them, and then they feel like they've lost, like they've been defeated. But I feel good about what I've lost. And some people I did mention that I was trying to eat low carb, and some people mentioned, why are you eating barbecue sauce? Barbecue sauce has a lot of sugar in it, and I know it does. But the thing is, like, normally, you know, I'd eat barbecue with a bun, with potatoes, with barbecue sauce. I'd put all of it on there, and that's a lot of sugar, a lot of carbohydrates. But if I eliminate the bun, if I eliminate the potatoes, that greatly reduces it. So I get a little bit of barbecue sauce for flavor, because I think that'll help me keep on track. And yes, it's not perfect, but I'm not trying to be perfect. Some people have been commenting on my diet saying that I'm not doing it good enough, but in the end, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm trying to do, and I'm trying to do what I think is best for myself. And the diet, or the way I'm trying to eat, is something that I've decided on for myself. It's not something that I feel that everyone should do or that works for everyone. It's feel like I found something that works for me. I'm happy to have lost the weight. This isn't about weight loss. This is about just feeling better in my own body. So that's a little update on my personal health. I won't be talking about that all the time, but you know, I may mention it just because this is a vlog. This is about my personal life, so I will, from time to time, bring up things, you know, that affect my day-to-day life. And, you know, I do include food in the channel. I do eat things for the channel. And so, you know, people asking, like, at the state fairs why I'm not eating more carnival food. And I did try to eat low carb at the carnival, which can be hard, but I pulled it off for the most part. So, you know, just some explanation on why I'm eating what I'm eating. And I might, you know, take a day where I do eat something with a bun on it or something, you know, at a particular restaurant. I don't want to use my channel as an excuse to make poor decisions. So, you know, I'm going to put thought into it. I'm going to put thought if it's really worth it. If it's something that I really want to try, if it's something I really want to do for the channel, then I'll do it. If I feel like it doesn't, if it's not worth it, if it's too much of a drain on my health to do, then I'm gonna have to make the decision to not do that for the channel. So you probably just, you know, see a lot less hamburgers and hot dogs on the channel going forward. I don't know. A lot of people, you know, they do like to see what I'm eating when I travel to all these places, and I do want to get the full experience, but you know, that's just gonna have to be on a case-by-case basis at this part. So again, this video going everywhere. What do you guys think? You got a Mogwai and a Gremlin right there. Like I mentioned, haunt season's coming up. I got someone watching over the house while it's empty. I've got Jen's gonna be spending these next couple months coordinating everything, getting us moved in, which I'm so grateful for because I'm totally overwhelmed by it. But in the meantime, it is haunt season. Got a little bit of a taste at Cedar Point at their Halloween Weekends event, which I really had a great time doing. Mothman 2 was just amazing. Had a lot of fun last couple days, but I'm getting rested because I'm gonna be blasting out of the gates here in a day or so. Be headed down towards Florida and visit some of the amusement park Halloween events down there, which are pretty much all already running. And then I think we're gonna start taking some trips around other parts of the country to experience some more haunt stuff. I am pretty much 100% booked up at this point for haunted houses, so I appreciate the suggestions. There's always next year. And like I said, if you know, you run a haunt or would like to have me come out to your haunt, just email me during, you know, earlier in the year, maybe next year, about coming out next year to your haunt, and we'll see what if we can work something out. I don't know. I'm already, I can see I'm already like thinking about next year because I'm thinking about a million things at once. But I'm excited here. I'm excited about haunt season. It's my favorite time of year. The weather's turning. It's hoodie weather. Hoodie weather feels good. Might not be hoodie weather down in Florida yet, but that's not going to stop me from having a good time. Some of the most fun I have is during the haunt season. I know not all of you like the screams, but I don't know. I think the screams have gotten a little less over the years as I've become a little more accustomed to being in a haunt. So we'll have some fun, and I will try to include some non-screaming videos as well for those of you who do not like the screams. But thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for sticking with me, because this channel, we've been through a lot, ups and downs, lefts and rights, sideways, diagonal. We have been going all sorts of directions here, and met so many people at Mothman that told me, you know, I've been watching your videos for 6 years, 7 years, started watching during the pandemic. It means so much to me to see people and how that I've become part of their life, and it is so humbling and overwhelming in some ways. I was a really shy, autistic person that just like seeing fun stuff and just like recording myself doing it, and the fact that somehow I've affected all these different people's lives and become part of their routine, I can't even really make it make sense in my head, but it means the world to me, and thank you in particular. But if you like these videos, please subscribe. If you're not already subscribed, you probably have no idea what I was talking about in any of this video. So if you're new here, I'm sorry. Most videos aren't like this. But you guys know all the ways to support the channel if you're interested in enamel pins, cameos. I'm happy to do all of that. All that's in the description. And you guys help keep this train on the track, this boat in the water, and this dirigible in the air. Till next time, my friends, this one's in the bag.